Championship. I wonder if we'll see him contend the 5,000 senior event tomorrow or Sunday, whenever that goes off, because he's not here in the junior event. Holds British record indoors for a junior, Oshan Perrin, 8:54, but he's decided to leave these guys to it. So Johnny Livingston, fastest in the field, he's got that red bib. If he wins this race, he is on the plane to Cali, Colombia. But if any of the rest of these men can get themselves under that qualifying mark of 8:20, they could spoil the party for Livingston. 8:20 is pretty good going, though. And these men will need to get after it with a concerted effort. Edward Bird, at the moment, keen to lead this race. He's been selected for the British team for the European Youth Championships, the Under-18 Championships. So Edward Bird already on 8:18 this season, outside that World Junior qualifying mark, but maybe setting his stall out here to say he'd like to do the European Under-20s and the World Under-20, European Under-18s and the World Under-20s. I think the timetable would allow you to contend in both. I think Edward Bird is the only Under-18 in this field, and he's happy to stretch it out.
Yeah, bouncing along, isn't he? Looking quite comfortable at the moment is Edward Bird, the Pool AC athlete. 8:18 this year makes him the third fastest in the field, and he's good to see. A lovely long loping stride, hasn't he? Compare that with Rowan Mellingram in second place, the Radley AC athlete, who's got a real pitter-patter little stride, but the leader Bird bouncing along, the rest of them bunching, moving down the outside now is the pre-race favourite with the red bib on. And in fact, looks like he wants to, Johnny Livingston moving up, making a big move there onto the shoulder of Bird into second place, but it's still incredibly bunched. Got a big blanket on your hand, we could throw it over all that lot.
Luckily, it's not cold enough to worry about a big blanket here tonight. We have had some cold evenings at these UK Championships on this Friday night as it cools down, but it's pretty good down there. Johnny Livingston just taking this move of Edward Bird seriously. Edward Bird improving so much, as you do when you're 18 and you're training hard. Well, he must be 17 if he's under 18. So Edward Bird not scared of the rest of this field. There'll be a lot of university students in there that have made that leap away from home, that are training a little bit harder, that little bit more professional, maybe with some older athletes. But at the moment, they're having to settle for seeing the back of Edward Bird. And he just clips off this lap. They're coming up towards the 1 kilometre mark. That will give us a bit of an insight into how fast they might be running. Thomas Bridger said he's got that steeplechase pedigree. And he's just perhaps having fun here, enjoying a flat 3,000 metres without those barriers to worry about.
Well, 2:52.93. It's, what, about 8:38 pace, something like that. It's pretty slow by the standards of most of these fellas. Plenty of them run very close to 8:20. Some of them a long way inside 8:20. I mean, Johnny Livingston, 8:09. That is fabulous running. Well, remember from my junior days, Hannah, 8:20 was considered the barrier of really crisp 3,000 metre running. It was, of course, all black and white in those days, black and white TV. But it was 8:20 was what was good running, and many of these lads have come very close to that, and a select few a long way inside it. Bird doggedly hanging on to the lead there, but you need to start stretching it out. I can't really see the point of just dragging them round at a reasonable tempo and being an unpaid pacemaker, unofficial pacemaker, never mind about unpaid. You can see plenty of guys there who are very comfortable at this pace. I mean, 2:53 for all intents and purposes, that first kilometre. What did I say it was? It's about 8:39 pace.
Now in there, you can see, like we did with the women's race, if you see a pack of this size at this stage in a 3,000 metre race, that tells you it's not necessarily lightning quick. National junior record, 7:48. I mean, nowhere near that tonight. When you look at the likes of Oshan Perrin and his 7:54 indoors, and he's still got this outdoor season as an under-20, that'd be exciting to see if he could get close to that. But you can see Will Barnicott just moving around the outside. When he won this race here last year, went on to have a fantastic cross-country season. He's got a few University of Birmingham teammates in and around him there, so I wonder if they'll see Will Barnicott move and they'll think they'll want to get involved. Thomas Bridger also studies at the University of Birmingham. He's sitting in third place. I thought we might see a bit of a team effort from those guys trying to get this pace moving, but that's not happened. They've let Edward Bird be out there all on his own. He's led for so many laps. This time it's going to be 3 to go. Edward Bird, every time it looks like someone might overtake him, he just seems to squeeze it a tiny bit. Johnny Livingston's been in that second place for a long time. Thomas Bridger's been in third. Mars Ingram's just been pinned on the inside there in fourth place. He's looked good on the BMC season. He's got a good change of pace and a good tactical head on him. But Woodall's been racing out in the States. He's at he's at Milligan College in the USA. He's been doing some racing on that sort of circuit in that environment. There's not been much change in the last few laps as they move towards 2K.
Well, Bird just beginning to stretch his stride a little bit. That would be smart. And it's Ollie Small who moves up around the outside. Sorry, Louis Small, who moves up around the outside into second place. They go through 2K in 251.9, that split, 5:44 at 2K. So 2:51 is only a second or two quicker than the first kilometre. It's been very, very slow. And I can only think, Hannah, that Eddie Bird is running a smart racer and he wants it to be this way. Are they playing into his hands, or is he thinking he's stretching them and he can't go any quicker? We're going to find out in these next 2 laps. 800 metres to run.
So Ollie Smart there has moved himself from the back of the group to the front of the group. 800 metres to go. If you don't fancy your kick, you've got to start winding it up now. And it looks like Ollie Smart is having a go at that. He has performed at this level already. He's done 8:21, so he's got one of the fastest times in this field. Thomas Bridger just behind him is just a shade faster. I think he's underneath that 8:20. But Ollie Smart looked like he was going to be the athlete to get past Edward Bird. But Edward Bird, he wants a gun to take victory here. He's led every step of the way. Can he hold on for another 600 metres? He's got the athletes piling up behind him. This is going to be a real burn-up over the closing stages.
Well, Edward Bird, the pool athlete, is good. 8:18 makes him one of the quickest in the field, and he's now winding it up from quite a long way out. There's 1 or 2 beginning struggle behind him. Gaps are appearing. He's stretching them out, but they're almost queuing up on his shoulder.
They really are, and like we talked about, that invisible barrier that we saw around some of the other senior athletes in those heats early on, but Edward Bird seems to have built himself a barrier. But for the first time, Johnny Livingston, that's a concerted increase in pace. But yet again, he slams the brakes on just behind Edward Bird. Could Edward Bird actually take a gun to take victory? You'd think surely he can't. The effort of leading this field round this nearly the whole 3,000 metres has got to be tiring Edward Bird, but it doesn't look like it. He looks full of running. That was an injection of pace from Edward Bird. That's the first time I've really seen him kick. All his reactions to attacks from behind have been just gradual, just enough to keep them off. But Johnny Livingston pulls up alongside Edward Bird, and Edward Bird, I thought that was going to be it, the first time he was going to have to relinquish the lead. Here comes Thomas Bridger, the steeplechase specialist. He's going to try and get past the under-18. Mills Ingram is building momentum behind. Will Barnicat, the victor last year, is trying to get himself in the picture. 100 metres to go. Thomas Bridger fighting with Edward Bird. Thomas Bridger just trying to edge himself ahead. Is Johnny Livingston going to come back and take the victory? He's not. Thomas Bridger, the steeplechase specialist, is going to take the win in 8:18. Poor Edward Bird led for so long, bravely holding on for second place. Johnny Livingston just had a go at the bell, couldn't get past Edward Bird, and had to settle for third place.
Well, that last lap